Question 14. The passage implies that the key to an accurate diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease lies in J. Genetic research is the answer, and let me first explain that, and then we'll go through the other three choices of how we eliminate the other three choices. Paragraph 6 in the reading directly tells us about scientists hope to develop a genetic test, a test that will identify more accurately state that scientists are hoping to find a genetic marker so that they could develop a test to diagnose Alzheimer's disease in living patients. So this paragraph, and it's so much easier if you've annotated. So this paragraph pretty much tells us that the answer is J. Genetic research being the key to an accurate diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease. Now let's make sure the other three choices are not the answer. Choice F, the key to an accurate diagnosis of Alzheimer's lies in more advanced technology. If you read this choice first, it could be the answer, except that it's very general, because genetic research, new genetic finding, that would involve a more advanced technology. But advanced technology is such a general term. So genetic J, when you see J, the choice J, genetic research, then you should know that that's a better answer than F, and therefore we could eliminate F. Regarding choice G and choice J, let's talk about choice H first. Choice G and choice H. Let's talk about choice H first. More thorough study of the chemistry of the brain. Is that the key to an accurate diagnosis of the Alzheimer's disease? Again, this one also is a very general choice. Because study of the chemistry of the brain, yeah, the article does tell us about the protein, the Alzheimer's disease associated protein. Genes are proteins, by the way, and so this is a protein, and this being found in the cerebrospinal fluid or brain fluid. So you could say, yeah, the study of the protein, that's pretty much part of biochemistry, right? And so you would say, so that could be the answer. But however, it's very general. Study of the chemistry of the brain. This, the reading tells us something very specific. This very specific protein, this very specific part of biochemistry. So that choice is, although it could be correct, but is too general compared to J. It's too general, so J is a better answer, and so with this one we could also eliminate. Choice G, the only one left. The key to an accurate diagnosis of Alzheimer's disease lies in a greater understanding of diseases similar to Alzheimer's. This choice, if the author did not give us paragraph 6, where the author specifically tells us about the promise. This is a key promise of coming up with a specific test for Alzheimer's disease in living patients, and the key to that is genetic research, finding a genetic marker to develop this test. And so if it wasn't for that paragraph 6, then G could very well be the answer. But because of that paragraph where the author clearly tells us that the future in getting an accurate diagnosis is in genetic markers, genetic research, Because of that, greater understanding of diseases similar to Alzheimer's would not be the answer, even though that's found in previous paragraphs where those paragraphs are telling us that currently the only way that we can somewhat suspect that a living patient has Alzheimer's disease is by eliminating the possibility of other diseases similar to Alzheimer's. And this is mentioned in several places in previous paragraphs, such as paragraph 5. And however, the author also clearly tells us that this is not a perfect way. That's why currently this being the only way to diagnose living patients for Alzheimer's, it's very frustrating because there's no certainty to this method. It's not certain. The doctors cannot be certain. So it's actually not the best way, and that's why they're looking for new tests, looking for specific tests for diagnosing Alzheimer's disease in living patients. And it's because eliminating diseases similar to Alzheimer's is not really the best. It's not a great way currently, although it currently is pretty much one of the only ways to diagnose Alzheimer's. So therefore, J is a better answer. So greater understanding of diseases. There's no promise there in accurately diagnosing Alzheimer's in living patients, although that's how it's currently done. But the promise for a better test is in genetic research, as specified in paragraph 6.